For some reason, it drops the volume every time I go off. There you go.
That's great. Hi, Mama. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I lost you.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Hold on. There, try it again.
Hi, Mama.
There we are.
How you feeling today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I got a message from Kathy Peterson, and I told her that I had said that if you didn't talk to me, I was going to have to come over there and work on you. And Kathy Peterson said, "Oh, no, not that." That's a pretty awful thing, isn't it? Did MA ever work on you or Marilyn? He did. Look who's here.
Hi, Mama.
Margie, frame yourself, dear.
Oh, thank you. I just got a new setup, so I had to fix
I'm sure you did. Oh, dear. Well, Mama, we're attending meetings over the internet now because we're not supposed to leave the house. What do you think about that? Not so good, huh? Well, I am sure glad to see you, and I appreciate Miss Heidi helping us out with this because it's just a joy and a tonic to see you. Do you like to see me? Wave your finger if you do.
Happy? Oh, wait, we got the finger going down.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I am pleased to see that. We'll do this as often as Miss Heidi will help us. How about that?
You like doing this? We can do it as often as you like.
Well, this is a lot of fun. And Mama, we're recording right now. And we're going to send this to Marilyn and Kim in Union City. And then we're going to send this to Tommy Peterson in Indianapolis. And Richard Adams asked about you.
Mama?
Yep.
No, look who's here.
Wait a minute.
Look, Mama. You see Tito?
Is that your dog?
That's our puppy dog right there.
Aww.
He causes a lot of trouble.
As much as Romaine does?
I think more. He eats like a horse. Mama, how's your appetite holding up?
Good.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Are they taking care of you over there?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad. I wish we could come see you, but right now the president and the governor have asked everybody to stay at home. So we're going to stay at home because we don't want to catch this virus. You think that's a good idea?
Yes.
Well, I think so too. And I don't want to catch it and give it to you. So we're just trying to figure out different ways to communicate. And this is awfully fun to be able to at least see you and talk with you over the internet. Isn't this a pretty good picture, don't you think?
Yes.
Well, I'm real tickled about it. Margie, what do you think about this?
I'm thrilled.
Well, that's not enough.
Tito's happy. He wants to come see Mama.
I don't think dogs can carry the virus. We'll have to ask Miss Heidi if we can send the dog in the front door and tell it to get on the elevator and come up and see you, Mama.
Right, I'm going to check into that and see if we can do an exchange at the door and I could bring him up and let him say hi and bring him back down. I'll check and see.
All right. Well, last thing I heard, dogs were not known carriers, so there's a possibility, but we could also bathe him in hand sanitizer.
Oh, he'd hate that, wouldn't he? Yes.
Not a good idea. Well, what can I say? Mama, that's a nice smile. You want that dog on your lap? That's a lap dog if we've ever had one. Mama, do you remember Rebel? You remember we had that wire-haired terrier named Rebel that was just crazy, and we couldn't get him to do anything, and Daddy finally had to take him back? Or what about Count? Do you remember Count, our collie? Yes or no? Nod your head for yes. Do you remember Count? Yeah. Count came to Westchester with us when we moved from Carter Road. That was a lot of fun.
What about the duck?
What about the duck?
You had a
The duck
duck?
right on Count's back.
We did have a duck, and it was so embarrassing because Count thought he should kill the duck. And one time when Count was sleeping, the duck went over and just sat on him.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I just came and got her lunch tray.
Oh, okay. And Mama, do you remember the duck would turn his head sideways and watch planes go over?
You remember the duck? Yeah.
And I think we had a maid named Forrest. And one day they came to me, Heidi, and said, well, the duck is going to live with Forrest now.
What?
And the duck was put in a paper grocery bag with a string tied around its neck. And I was told that Forrest lived on a farm and was going to be with other ducks. I mean,
Yeah, right.
The duck, yeah. Well, all I know is the duck went away.
What do we think happened to the duck? I'm not sure.
I think
Well, look at Romaine's face.
I think pretty quickly the duck became a duck dinner.
Yeah, I bet. Duck soup, duck à l'orange or something.
I guess so. But I was at a tender age, and so a story had to be concocted.
I like it. I like it. You tell stories? Yeah, I'll bet. Every mother.
She has some great stories if I can get her talking.
Well, she's been very verbal with you, much more so. I just did a call with Tom, and she didn't say anything. So you've gotten much better responses.
Okay.
Well, I just am so tickled to see her, and she looks great. Mama, you look wonderful. All right, this is going to be a test, Mama. Are you ready? It's better to look good than to feel good.
And we do, don't we?
Yes, we do. Well done. Well done. All right. Well, for those, anyone participating that didn't hear that, the overall phrase is it's better to look good than to feel good. And we do, don't we?
I love it. You did great. That's great.
Heidi, that's the story of my life. It's better to look good than feel good. And I do. Oh, Mama, I love you so much. I wish you were right here and I could give you a hug, and I'm sorry I can't, but we'll get over there soon enough. The president was on today, and he said he's going to try to end this thing sooner rather than later.
Let's hope so, huh?
Well, I really feel like we've got some very, very bright people working on it. I've been very impressed with the medical professionals, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx and some of those people. And I'm sure glad they're on our side. That's all I can say.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Well,
and it's been great. Our doctors here have, access to those folks. So we get a lot of really good information, that's for sure.
I just wanted to ask, the last thing I heard, they were thinking about setting up a mobile testing station in y'all's parking lot. Did that ever happen?
We have a by appointment only. It's in the Wesley Woods Hospital, which is a psychiatric unit.
Yeah.
And they've set up, but it's we originally had heard it was a drive-through, but it is not. It is a by appointment only.
Good.
So, and they've been really good about blocking off in front of the building to keep the traffic away from us and from them turning into our circular drive. So Emory's been really excellent.
Good. Well,
Managed.
I'm pleased to hear that. I take some encouragement out of the fact that Emory has such a long time affiliation with CDC and that they're part of the solution. And I appreciate it very much. So how's Dr. O holding up during all of this?
You know, it's a very stressful time for him, but he's hanging in there, you know.
Well, that's good. If you see him, tell him his friend John Adams said hello.
I will do it.
Margie, I appreciate you being so talkative.
Well, I can't get a word in edgewise. Romaine, next time we meet like this, we'll invite Kenny to join us, okay?
Mama, would you like to talk to Kenny like this?
You want to talk to Kenny? Okay.
Good.
That's the plan.
Okay, good deal. Well, Heidi, if you'll let us know, especially on days if she's real talkative, we'd love to do it again soon.
I will do it, definitely. I'm going to ask, I told Tom that I was going to have the therapist tell me if she was having a good talkative day, and I'll let you all know right away, and we'll try to wrap this up together, okay?
Okay, great.
Great. And if Patty or anybody says the dog is an okay, we'd love to take you up on the dog swap or something.
I don't feel very good about sending the dog up without me.
Well, we'll see. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay.
All right, Mama. I think we need to run now, but I'm going to test you one more time. You ready?
Ready?
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep.
And miles to go before I sleep.
And miles to go before I sleep. Well, you're wonderful.
Very good.
All right. Well, I guess I do have miles to go. So I just wish I could give you a hug and reach right out, but I can't do that. So we'll continue to pray for the day that we can do that. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Mama.
We love you, Mama.
See you a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Heidi.
You're
We
welcome. Thank you.
Really do
Bye.
appreciate it.
All right, you ready? Oops. How do I get? There we go.